Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 17 June 2021. 9 o'clock on a Thursday night. It is time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and that is exactly what we have for you tonight. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. They'll also be reprinted in the description underneath this video. Also in the description above the terms of the sale, you'll find 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first is called A Primer for Buyers. That is a 38-minute long expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So if you are new to this weekly event, please watch that. It'll make things go much more smoothly for everyone. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That one will explain how it all works from the consignors perspective if you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection. The third link, as always, is for my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So yes, in the description you will see those 3 links, then the terms of the sale, and below all that, the list of tonight's inventory complete with timestamps and pricing. In the pricing column, the number to the left of the slash is your as shown price. The number to the right is the price of the knife with a fresh edge by the TheApostleP Knife Service. There will be no next day sharpening this week, as I will be on my way to Southeast Ohio for a motorcycle riding weekend complete with camping. So I'll not be in the shop tomorrow. I will, however, make it to the post office first thing in the morning to mail your knives out, as long as they're not sharpened. If you want your knife sharpened, expect it to ship in about 3 to 4 weeks. I believe that's it for housekeeping, so it's time to get the terms up on the screen, and I'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, just one leftover from last week, and frankly, I can't believe you guys let this sit. Somebody gets a great deal tonight. This one is from Great Eastern Cutlery, their line of Titty cutlery. It is the number 62 pocket carver, model 620320 in Cocobolo wood. Got the pocket carver shield, a couple really nice pieces of Cocobolo. Plain nickel silver bolsters, brass liners. So this is built on the 62 Congress frame. It is, I believe, the only catch bit whittler GEC has ever made. So you've got all Wharncliffes. There is your main blade. And these are your 2 secondary Wharncliffes. Whoops. Okay. And if you notice, there's no wedge backspacer. You do have 2 back springs, 1 each running the secondaries and then both running the main blade, but you don't have that wedge spacer. Instead, you just have a short brass spacer in between the 2 secondaries that also rests on the back spring and keeps everything in time. The condition of this knife is near mint in tube with button. Sorry I didn't pull that out. Pull weight on the main blade is about a 7. Everything centers up nicely. Just a beautiful knife. On eBay, guys, these are selling between $168 and $185. Selling, not listed, selling. I ran this one last week at $130. It didn't sell. Dropped it to $110 on Saturday. It's still here. Somebody gets to buy this week for 99 bucks, shipped priority mail. $134 if you'd like me to sharpen all 3 blades. That's the GEC Titty number 62, pocket carver. All right, on to the fresh stuff, and we've got Spyderco's. Two little blocks of Spyderco's tonight. We'll kick it off with this one. Oh, it is a shaman, and it looks like the label says CTS-XHP. That would be correct. This one is a Cutlery Shop exclusive sprint run with the satin finish 3D machine orange G10 handle, black DLC coated blade in CTS-XHP. Action is super fine for a shaman. Blade centering is down the middle. Lock up, rock solid. Condition is like new in the box. These are gone at Cutlery Shop. They're selling on eBay. Sold listings between $225 and $315. This one can be yours, and I'm calling this a perfect example. It is dialed in. Your price shipped priority mail $224, and then $249 if you'd like it to ship with an TheApostleP Edge. That is in your inventory as Spyderco Shaman OR DLC XHP. Next up, another Spidey from Golden, Colorado, USA. Earth. It's a Paramilitary 2 Wharncliffe. Guys, this will be in your inventory as Para 2 Horn number 1. Okay, number 1, because there is one later in the sale. This one is going to be a like new in box version with the factory clip. The one later in the sale has a little bit of carry wear and a lynch clip. So it is the Wharncliffe bladed Paramilitary 2 satin finished S30V. Absolutely factory fresh. I guess he has moved the clip. Rock solid lockup. Very near free dropping action as adjusted, and the blade right down the middle. A beautiful example, like new in the box. These were a Cutlery Shop exclusive. When they were available new, they were $220 on Cutlery Shop's website. Sold listings on eBay at this point running between $190 and $242. This one can be yours. $170, $190 if you like it with an TheApostleP Edge. That is Spyderco Para 2 Horn number 1. Next up, another Spidey, another golden Spidey. This is a Yojimbo 2 with desert tan scales and a CPM 20 CV blade. This knife was an exclusive for DLT trading. There's your blade, and there's your steel designation. Rock solid lockup, compression lock action is beautiful. Blade centering dead down the middle. Man, that's a nice one. That just feels beautiful. Condition is going to be like new in the box. Of course, they're no longer available at DLT. They're sold out. eBay completed listings, sold listings, transacting between $155 and $210 on this model. This is a beautiful example. It can be yours, shipped priority mail for $158, $158. Like it is, $183 if you'd like it to ship with an TheApostleP Edge. That is in your inventory as Spyderco Yojimbo 2 Tan 20 CV. Next up, I'm I alluded to a knife like this in my review video of the Spyderco Native Chief. Yeah, I saw a knife just like this at the Great Eastern Cutlery Rendezvous. It was in the pocket of James Barnes. I bought, of course, the burnt orange Rex 45. This one is solid, satin finished, carbon fiber. Oh my. And for those of you who dig S90V, here you go. I love this knife. A 4+ inch blade, a mid-lock backlock with a bushing pivot. Beautiful action. Perfect centering. Lock up dead solid. Now these were a sprint run that went to numerous dealers. There's one website left that has them in stock. They did not last long. Spyderco map pricing is $245. Yeah, and there is one left somewhere for $245. This one can be yours absolutely like new in the box, and a perfect example. $230 shipped priority mail, $230, and then $255 if you like it to ship with an ApostleP Edge. That is in your inventory as Spyderco Native Chief CF S90V. What a beautiful pocket knife. Next up, it's another Spidey. I believe it's also a golden Spidey. This one, a Native 5 lightweight, and the box says teal, the steel S90V. I don't think this is teal at all. I think this is aqua. And really cool shade of FRN. That's the neat thing about FRN. You can kind of make it whatever color you want. So the Native 5 lightweight is going to be the mid-lock backlock. Very nice free drop in action. S90V blade. Superb open ergos on the Native 5. Everything is beautiful. Centering is very close to perfect. Rock solid lockup. Condition on this one is like new in the box. Now these are at various retailers, but it was a sprint run for a distributor, MGE Wholesale. They're still in stock at a variety of places for $122. This one can be yours like new in the box. $100, guys. 100 like it is, and $125 if you'd like it to ship with an ApostleP Edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Native 5 LW Teal S90V. Next up, from Cold Steel, we have a knife I have not seen one of yet. It's the AD-15 Light. So the main difference between this AD-15 and a regular production AD-15 is that instead of the milled G10, this has Cold Steel's Griv X, which is not Grivery, it's a Griv X. Everything is X. So you're going to have your aluminum liners, your aluminum Scorpion lock bar. The other change in the Light is that the blade steel is OS 10A. Okay? Lock up, it's a Demco lock. How do you think it is? That's right. The action is very nice. The centering is very, very, very close to perfect. Condition on this AD-15 Light is like new in the box. These are available widely on the interweb for $135, or just buy this one. $100 shipped priority mail. $120 with an ApostleP Edge. That's the Cold Steel AD-15 Light. Next up, we have a little Spyderco out of sequence here. Yes, we do. It comes in a tiny box. The knife inside is hard to read. Lil Native. And you're going to see some black G10 scales inside the box, but it's not wearing them. Because this one is wearing, oh, guys, look at this. From Shepherd Custom Creations, we have a beautiful set of, I don't know what he called these, burlap. They could be coffee bag, but a micarta of burlap or something similar. And man, are they nicely made. They really are. Looks great on this little knife. Standard native, little native with S30V steel, bead blasted finish. Lockup, pretty solid. Could probably tweak that pivot and come back. Let me do that. Alright, well that's better. Now we got rock solid lockup. Centering very, very close to perfect on this one. Condition on the Lil Native custom scales is going to be near mint in box as modded. So let's see. These knives, just the knives in black G10, have Spyderco matte pricing of $129. I did go on the Shepherd Custom Creations website. These scales sell for 75 bucks. So what is that? Let's see. 204 bucks. It would cost you to put this package together. This one can be yours. 140. 140 like it is. 160 if you'd like it to ship with an ApostleP Edge. That is in your inventory of Spyderco Lil Native custom scales. Next up, well, this one's interesting, I gotta say. From a Columbia River Knife and Tool, we got a big box. Inside it comes this knife, the K541TS35P. It's the Bonafide with the Gen 2 field strip system in S35VN. That's interesting, isn't it? It comes with this card in the box, the Bonafide Limited Edition. Talks a little bit about Consignors, a little bit about the field strip Gen 2. Also comes in this rather luxurious pouch. And here is the knife. Oh my. So we have a little Hawaiian theme etching in the copper anodized titanium handle. So the Bonafide uses Field Strip 2 technology. So I'm not going to take this knife apart on camera because I'll never get it back together. But basically, you flip this switch to that up position and you can take the knife apart. When it's together, it's a standard ball bearing flipper. Beautiful flipping action, feels hydraulic and wonderful. There's your Consignors design maker's mark. Blade steel is S35VN. Blade length is 3 9/16. The handle length is 4 5/8. Although the handle is titanium, the lock is stainless steel liner lock. The ball bearing mechanism works beautifully. The lockup is rock solid. The centering is perfect. These knives only had 100 in the run, and they're not serialized, but they are all one of 100. They are gone everywhere. When they were available for a brief shining moment, they were 250 bucks. This one is like new in the box and a beautiful example. Your price, 250 bucks. 270 if you'd like it with an ApostleP Edge. That is the CRKT Bonafide Limited Edition. Next up, speaking of limited editions, this is a rather interesting little package from Real Steel. We got a certificate of authenticity. It says on the card it is a model G5 compact, otherwise known as the Mini Morph. Is that correct? Yes, the Real Steel Mini Morph. A very interesting knife. Now, these were made last September, and they were made for a web retailer, Indiana Knives, who I don't even know. I assume he's in Indiana. I get knives in on consignment that have his cards in them, and I need to reach out to this guy because maybe that's worth a visit. Okay, so these are also serialized limited edition. This is serial number 93 of 100 for Indiana Knives. Now, what makes this different than the rest of the Mini Morphs is the Norplex micarta handle. Norplex micarta. And a blade of M390. You guys know I can't do front flippers. It is a ball bearing mechanism. Wait a minute, let's do it this way. There we go. All right, that's how you do it. So M390 blade, 3 inches long, 4-inch micarta handle, deep carry right hand only tip up pocket clip, stainless steel liner lock, ball bearing flipper, beautiful lockup, beautiful action, perfect centering. Condition is going to be, I'm going to say like new in the box. They're out of stock at Indiana Knives. I don't even know what they sold for. But looking at the prices of the base Mini Morphs with crappy steel and, you know, G10, I'm saying this one's going to be $100. $100 is the price. Shipped priority mail. $125 if you'd like it to ship with an ApostleP edge. That is the Real Steel Mini Morph limited edition. Next up, our only watch in tonight's sale. Now, this does not have box and papers, but man, you're going to need some instructions. I'm sure they're readily available online. This is from Citizen. Look at all that going on. So one of the iconic Citizen models is the Nighthawk. This is like a Nighthawk on steroids. Huge aviator watch, 48 millimeters in diameter, about 17.5 thick. And guys, there's a lot going on. I'm not even going to begin to explain it. So it's an anti-digi watch, orange hands, white loomed centers. You've also got a digital register at 9 o'clock that indicates what time zone the main time function is in. Your 12 o'clock subdial's got UTC or GMT time. You have a 24-hour subdial at the 1 o'clock. This one over here does what? I don't remember. I think that's some kind of a function indicator. And then the 6 o'clock subdial has it's an indicator of what setting function you're using. Very interesting watch. And this subdial, I believe, I can't remember, or that digital display. It's all PVD coated. The only wear I could find on the watch head is just some wrist wear on the polished case back. It's going to ship on this Barton silicone strap, and man, if you haven't worn one of these guys, they are super duper comfortable. Gray top, black bottom. And right now it's wearing the short tail. The long tail is in the package, and then along with that, I don't believe this is the original strap. I think it's another aftermarket rubber, but it looks a lot like the Citizen strap these watches ship on. I thought it would be signed on the buckle or in the rubber if it were the factory strap. But 22 millimeter lug width, so knock yourselves out with customization on straps. This is called, by the way, the Citizen Navihawk AT, and the AT indicates not only is it eco drive, but it's also radio controlled with the atomic clock. Okay. Very, very cool watch. I think these sell for like 400-ish online, brand new. This one can be yours after a little bit of pricing research and trying to price it attractively. Let's do $230. I'm going to call it near mint, no box. Sapphire glass, unmarked case except for some just wrist wear on the case back. 2 straps, $230 shipped, priority mail on the Citizen Navihawk AT. Next up, time to get back to knives. We have us a real beast from Zero Tolerance. And some nice retailer put their own sticker over the ZT sticker. Anyhow, it's a ZT0095BW, a now discontinued in-house design knife from Zero Tolerance. Blackwatch titanium frame, steel inserted titanium frame lock, ball bearing flipper, no death lock by the way. Blade steel S35VN, 3.5-inch blade, 4 15/16 inch handle, rock solid lockup. You saw the flipping action, it is amazing. Centering, dead down the middle. Man, that flipping action's great. Good thunk when it closes. Now this has been lightly used and it has been user sharpened. And that edge is really, really good. There's just a little bit of ragginess right at the tip. So you might want to use it a little bit before you send it back to me to sharpen. Just a tiny bit of pocket clip wear. So we're going to call it excellent to near mint. These are discontinued and out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $199. This one can be yours. Shipped, priority mail, $175. $175. And then $195 you like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the ZT0095BW. Next up, this might be the gem of the sale. You traditional slip joint pocket knives guys will recognize that box. It's a Winchester trademark knife. Knife licensed and approved by Winchester. It is a 2851 gun stock. These were made in the late 80s, and the tang stamp says 1988, by Queen for Winchester. It's a diminutive 3-inch gun stock jack with a spear main on a half stop. Nice blade finishing on this one. Nice grind, nice finish. I'm going to call it a 6.5 pull. Perfect walk and talk. Secondary pen. Now the secondary pen blade does have a little gritty feeling when you open it, so it might have a little bit of a rough tang, but great walk and talk. Centering on both blades, not bad. Not superb, but not bad. Nickel silver bolsters and end caps. Brass liners. Now, the star of this show, though, guys, is the bone. And these knives were made by Queen for Winchester, but using Winchester's stock of Utica bone. And you collectors will know what that means. Very old, very dark, jig bone. I mean, and look at that jigging. You don't see that anymore, guys. It looks like totally random and natural. It's just gorgeous. So a near mint to like new inbox knife. Let's see, what are we doing on this one? $100, guys. $100 like it is. $125 if you'd like me to sharpen both blades. That is in your inventory as Winchester Gunstock Jack 2851. Next up, from Great Eastern Cutlery's Northfield Unexcelled line of premium pocket knives, we have a number 54 large cigar Whittler, what? A 541308W in tractor green jig bone. No kidding. So made in Well, this one actually packaged in February of 2009, but it is designated as a 2008 run, right? So the components probably made late 2008 and then packaged up in February of 2009. Number 11 of 50. And here it is, the 54 with those pinched, lined, slanted bolsters. Unexcelled shield. Now this is a 3-spring whittler, okay? So not a catch bit and not a split back, but it does have the whittler blade configuration. Main clip, secondary pen, that would be a main spear point in a lot of knives, and a secondary spay. Look at the size of those secondaries. And then all 3 blades congruous with no center liners, just like a split back, right? And you even have a 1 of 50 etch on the pile side of that gorgeous main clip point blade. A little evidence of blade rub, I think, in a couple spots. Right there. But, you know, you'll have that just from opening and closing, even though the blades are aligned beautifully. So condition on this is going to be near mint in tube. By the way, pull weight, a scant 7, I'll call it. Nice walking time. So near mint in tube on this one. I tried to do a pricing reference. The answer is unobtainium. Can't find one currently listed for sale. Can't find a sold listing. I guess that makes it a little rare. We know it is. It's 1 of 50. Most guys that own these ain't letting them go. Your price on this one, $260, $295 for me to sharpen all 3 blades. That is the GEC Northfield number 54 Whittler. Next up, we have a knife from Benchmade, no box. It does come with the factory issued slip in beautiful black, feels like calf skin, white stitching to match the black and white knife. This is the Jared Oser designed Benchmade 601 Tengu. It's got sort of a little Kwaiken profile, right? Very interesting scaling, I think. A double layer scale, white G10 on the inside, black on the outside, very slightly crowned and blasted. And what looks like an inlaid federal shield isn't really inlaid. The white appears to have been milled away. The corresponding hole for the proud shield in the white G10 is milled into the black G10. Very cool. Very cool. So it just sort of sticks through the black. Nice. The blade. There it is. A pretty cool little Tonto action thing going on. Blade steel on the Tengu is 20 CV, 2 3/4 inches long. Handle 3 13/16. It's a stainless steel liner lock, ball bearing flipper. Everything works as it should. Lockup is rock solid. Blade centering is beautiful. We'll call it near mint, no box. Map pricing from your favorite web retailer for the Tengu would be $187. This one can be yours. Shipped priority mail, $140. $140 like it is. $170 for me to sharpen that Tonto blade. That's the Benchmade 601 Tengu. Next up, from Zero Tolerance Knives, no box for this little guy. It would be swimming in it anyway. This is ZT's first attempt, I believe, at the fusion knife. So a non-locking sort of slip joint with modern materials, modern construction. This comes with a 3 11/16 handle of solid carbon fiber, blue anodized aluminum backspacer. And it is a slip joint without a spring. It is a detent slip joint. So a ball detent holds it closed, and it's nicely so. And then there's another detent at the half stop position. and a third detent holds it open. And it feels really nice. They did a really, really nice job with this. So the action is very satisfying. The centering is dead down the middle, and there's really no lockup, but the open detent is strong enough. Nicely done. Kind of a stylized lamb's foot blade almost. See how it tapers just a little coming down? Pretty nice. We'll call this one near mint, no box. Map pricing on this model is $180 at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours, $140. $140 like it is $165 if you'd like it with an Apostlep's edge. That's the ZT0230. Next up, pay attention when you're sending your I'll Take It. I told you that there was this knife #1 earlier in the sale. This one's #2. From Spyderco, Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. It's a Paramilitary 2 Warncliffe. So black G10 handle, S30V blade in the Warncliffe configuration. This G10 shows that it's been in the pocket a little bit, very little bit. I think the edge wear was like nil. Yeah, nil. This is wearing a blue anodized titanium Casey Lynch deep carry clip, and there is a little bit of wear on that clip, just from carry. Lockup, rock solid. Action, very nice. Centering, down the middle. So we're going to call this one near mint in box. It is Spyderco Para 2 Warn #2 in your inventory. These are out of stock. The Cutlery Shop exclusive at $220, doing between $190 and $242. Sold listings on eBay. This one can be yours for $160, $160, $180 if you'd like it with an Apostlep's edge. Again, Spyderco Para 2 Warn #2. Next up, another Spidey. Another one from Golden. Uh-oh, what's that? Oh, it is. This is the Paramilitary 2 Tonto. Tonto. Not only a Tonto, but a murdered Tonto. Black handle, black hardware, black blade, black clip. S30V is going to be your blade steel. DLC coating on that beautiful blade. Man, they did that nice. Yes, they did. Action very close to free dropping. Works for me. Centering, dead down the middle. Lock up, rock solid. It is like new in the box. They are out of stock everywhere. These things are doing blood on eBay. Sold listings between $279 and $350. What? That's crazy. Not so crazy for this one though. $230 like it is. $230. $255 if you'd like it with an Apostlep's edge. Spyderco Para 2 Tonto. Next up, these things are doing a bunch of money. Another one from Spyderco, another one from Golden. This is the Para 3 Crewwear. Purple handle. Purple G10. Black hardware, black clip, DLC blade. This one does appear to have been sharpened. It was a user. It's got a polished edge with some wear in the edge. Okay. Lockup, solid. Might be able to muscle a little side play into it. And the action is a little tight at the open position, then it frees up. But it's one you'd want to clean up and play with. Blade centering is pretty close to down the middle. That black clip is a titanium Lynch clip with the orange peel finish. So this is kind of an interesting knife, I think, because they're nuts. They're nuts. It was a DLT exclusive. They're gone. These things are trading on eBay, guys. Transacting between $250 and $320 for like new examples. This one with the lynch clip, a little bit of wear, a little bit of use on it, and no original clip, but in box. $175. $175 like it is, and then $195 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's in your inventory. A Spyderco pair of 3 purple crew wear. Next up, a Spyderco. It is a Manix 2 lightweight in CPM SPY27. And guys, I did not know what that steel was. I still don't, actually. Look at that beautiful handle. While I turn the page. So I thought, there was a steel that Spyderco used in the Gale Bradley fixed blade called PSF27, which was a Carpenter product that kind of was it was an old powdered metal technology for a D2 chemistry. And it worked really, really well. And I saw CPM SPY27. I thought maybe Crucible is borrowing that formulation, but I'm wrong, totally wrong. So SPY27 from Crucible is like an improved VG10 with CPM technology. The SPY stands for Spyderco. So it was developed by Spyderco in conjunction with Crucible. So you take VG10, you add some nitrogen, some niobium, some carbon, and some vanadium, and you get SPY27. I have no idea how it'll perform. It's not even on Z knives yet, so I don't know. But it's a current sprint run with a gorgeous teal handle. Gorgeous. Lockup is rock solid. Action is beautiful. Centering is beautiful. Condition is like new in the box. These are currently available for $140. This one can be ordered shipped priority mail, $120. $120 like it is, $145 with an ApostleP edge. Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight teal CPM SPY27. Next up, another Spidey, another from Golden, another Manix. You guys know that label. You do. It's the DLT exclusive, red G10 handled, 20 CV bladed Manix 2 in its full lined G10 glory. Action, stunning. Centering, dead. Lockup. Would you expect anything else from a Manix 2? It's perfect. Condition, it's going to be like new in the box. Like new in the box. They're out of stock at DLT. eBay sold listing prices between $200 and $240. This one can be yours like new in the box, and a perfect example, $195. $195 like it is, $220 with an ApostleP edge. In your inventory as Spyderco Manix 2 red 20 CV. Next up, save me from myself, boys. Little box from Spyderco. Inside, chaparral maple wood. Yep. I got to tell you, I should probably buy this. I'm going to show you why. There's your bird's eye maple handle. This would be the show side for the right-hander. And that wood's, it's got some little bird's eye action going on back here at the butt, but not much going on at the front. The star of the show is the offside scale for you stupid right-handed people. But if a lefty owned this and he moved the clip over, look what he would see. So yep, I love this knife. I love it. CTS XHP steel. just, what is that, like 80 thousandths thick or something? They're super skinny slicers with the right steel to want to do that. Mid-lock, lock back. Rock solid lockup, nice action, centering on the chappy. It's perfect. It is like new in the box. These are still available online. I think they ran a bunch more after I reviewed this knife. They're $161 online at your favorite retailer. This one, like new in the box, $1.25. $1.25 like it is. $1.45 sharpened. That's the Spyderco Shopper Out Bird's Eye. Next up, oh my, you just don't see them, guys. From Three Rivers Manufacturing, United States of America, we have an Atom liner lock with matte carbon fiber scales and an extra set of natural G10. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh, they do such a nice job. The Atom has a 4 5/8 inch handle of solid carbon fiber with a right hand only tip up deep carry titanium clip, hourglass standoffs, nested titanium liners, and it's a titanium liner lock, which is rock solid, no stick, no slip, blade centering down the middle. Action is beautiful on phosphor bronze washers. It is not a hard use knife. It is a largest gentleman's folder. Blade steel in gorgeous stonewashed CPM 20 CV. Just a beautiful sort of leafy spear point. Nice factory edge. Let's see. That blade length's 3.5, by the way. Stock thickness just 90 thousandths. Man, love it. It is like new in the box. If you bought this brand new, it would have been $229 plus the G10 scales, I think. This one can be yours. This is probably too cheap. $225, $225, and then $250 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Three Rivers Manufacturing Atom CF. And if that wasn't enough, first there was the Atom from Three Rivers Manufacturing, and then there was the Neutron. A little smaller, a little better, some might say, in carbon fiber matte finish. This one is going to come with an extra set of flat dark earth G10 scales. And here's the Neutron. Let's see, 4-inch long handle, carbon fiber, titanium liners, not nested like the Neutron. They're exposed, or like the Atom, they're exposed on the Neutron. Titanium clip. Tip up pocket clip, not deep carry, but very near the end, who cares? And Lefty's Delight, it's reversible. Blade, CPM 20 CV, 90 thousandths thick, beautiful stonewash, titanium liner lock, rock solid, action silky smooth on phosphor bronze. Oh, man, what a beauty. What a beautiful, thin gents folder. Centering on this one favors the lock side ever so slightly. Okay. Condition though, like new in the box. They're gone. Can't buy one brand new. When they were in stock, they were $222, and I forgot to price the scales, but those were extra. This one can be yours, like new in the box. $220, like it is. $245 shipped. That's the Three Rivers Manufacturing Neutron CF. Next up, from China, We have a QSP, Better Knife, Better Life. The model, the Puffin. So an interesting little knife. Handsome. Got some carbon fiber inlays that, like a Chris Reeve, I can't believe I just said that, are proud of the titanium. They're pocketed, inlaid, but a little proud. It's a titanium frame lock knife with a steel insert. It is a ball bearing pivot with a fully milled tip up right hand titanium clip. Has a 3 1/16 inch saber ground spear point blade. A 4 1/16 inch handle. It is a ball bearing pivot, but it's not a knife that really wants to be flicked open or even swept open. The detent is really strong. You kind of have to dig for that blade or open it like a pocket knife, right? Yeah, it is what it is. Perfect centering and lockup, by the way. The action's nice, but man, I'll tell you, maybe if you didn't press on the lock bar, it's just not that. It's not a fun knife. It's a very nice looking knife, nice little gents folder. Not a fun knife. It is like new in the box. You buy these brand new at your favorite online retailer, they're going to run you $138. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail for $95. $95 like it is $115 with an Apostle P edge. That's the QSP Puffin. Next up, from Real Steel, we have a large-ish pocket knife. This is the Real Steel Terra with Coyote Tan G10. I think it looks a little golder on camera, a little more coyote in person. A pretty interesting knife. 14C28N is your blade steel. Blade length is 3 5/8 inches. That kind of has a Paramilitary 2 shape. Handle is 4 3/4. It's a stainless steel liner lock, which is rock solid. I think it's got a ball bearing pivot. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't have a ball bearing pivot. It's on phosphor bronze. It's got a deep carry wire clip that is reversible tip up. Flicks open nicely. Blade centers up beautifully. It is like new in the box. Web price on these brand new, if you want a brand new one, is $55. Probably have to pay some shipping at that price. Or just buy this one, like new in the box, shipped priority mail, $40, $40, $60 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Real Steel Terra. Next up, from Maniago, Italy, and Lion Steel. It's a big old box. Whoops, they put the label on upside down. It is the Lion Steel T5. The T5, designed by our friend Moletta. Does that look familiar? Does that look Moletta to you? It does to me. It is a super cool fixed blade. Great field knife. Blade steel is Nyolox. A very interesting low carbon nitrogen rich steel. Ought to be like impervious to rust. Gets pretty doggone hard and it's very wear resistant. And I think adequately tough. Blade length on the T5 is 5 inches. Blade stock looks to be 3/16. The scales look to be removable and they are an OD canvas micarta with a really cool sunburst mill pattern. I think you can see that on camera. Got a little impact device, got a lanyard hole. No sheath ships with this knife. So it's near meant to like new in box with no sheath. When you buy them brand new, at least the current listings, they have a sheath. And they cost $175 at your favorite website. This one can be yours for $120. $120 like it is. $150 if you like it with an Apostle edge. That is the Lion Steel T5. Next up, we're heading up to Escanaba, Michigan, USA, for a Bark River knife. This one designed by the complex and interesting Chris Tanner of Prepared Bind 101. That's the Jx6 Companion in LMAX. It comes with a rare earth magnet sheath that's never been out of the box or out of the envelope. That'll go vertical or cross draw. Here's the knife, the Jx6 Companion, rather famous actually. 3 1/2 inch blade, 3 13/16 inch handle, OD canvas micarta. Chris kind of nailed that design, I gotta say. He really did. That LMAX looks like it's 5/32 thick, maybe a little thinner than that. Super nicely executed. This one ground very well. Condition is like new in the box. These are available. They're always available. They sell a bunch of these and make a lot of these. Like new in the box. Web pricing on this knife is $195 brand new. This one can be yours like new in the box for $150. Then $175 with an Apostle P edge. It's the Bark River Jx6 Companion. Next up, kind of a newish model and a very new steel. I need to talk to Mike about their experience with this steel because everybody seems to love it, including Chris Reeve Knives. This one from Bark River, it is the North Country EDC2 in S45 VN. This one is also brand new in the box. The sheath has not made it out of the plastic baggie. Look at the carry options for this thing, guys. You can go low ride, high ride, scout carry. And it's totally ambidextrous. Why don't I own one? I don't know. I like that sheath. This is a first production run knife. The North Country EDC2, a larger version of the North Country EDC. Super cool swedged drop point. S45 VN. Look at that Osage orange freaking handle, would ya? Oh my. So the handle on this knife is more Stewart than Loveless. And it's super comfortable in the hand, guys. So although it says North Country EDC, it's almost like a mid-sized knife because the 2 makes it a little bigger than a regular North Country EDC. It's 4 1/8 inches of blade, 5 inches of handle, 5/32 stock. Actually, it's almost like the same proportions as a Gunny Sidekick with a beefier handle. I hate to say it, but probably a better designed knife. I'll submit Mike Stewart's a better knife designer than I am. So, okay. But it's just a work of art, guys, in S45 VN. It's like new in the box. These knives in S45 are expensive. Other premium wood knives, linerless with standard Corby bolt pins, are $322. I couldn't find an Osage in stock, but it's $322 online at DLT. This one can be yours like new in the box, $250, $250, like it is, $270 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. The Bark River North Country EDC2. Next up, oh man, you know, if you lived in an area where having a fixed blade knife on your hip to church on Sunday was cool, this would be your knife. From Arno Bernard Knives, South Africa, the new packaging, and Arno's rocking it, man. He really is. And look at this beautiful thing. I'm going to start with the sheath. It's a beautiful hunk of leather, beautiful welt, beautifully stitched. The lanyard, you can see the sheep's horn handle poking out of the sheath. The lanyard is braided leather with a sheep's horn bead. And look at this. If you think maybe that you're... I got to get it in there all the way. Let's see. There we go. If you think your lanyard might rattle... I can't... The knife isn't broken. But anyway, that would snap like this. And then your lanyard won't rattle. Pretty neat. It's just super nicely made. Everything is beautiful. Oh, speaking of everything being beautiful, gorgeous drop point blade. It looks like a tumble polished N690. Blade length 3 5/16. Sheep's horn handle is 4 inches. It is beautiful in the hand. I mean beautiful. Oh, gorgeous piece of work. I mean gorgeous. There we go. Super well fitted sheath. Like new in the box. It is the Arnaud Bernard Badger, by the way. Web pricing on these is $259. This one can be yours like new in the box. $199, $219 shipped on the Arnaud Bernard Badger. Okay, we're going to finish up with some sort of kitchen-y cutlery. Well, not all of it's kitchen-y cutlery. But we do have a fixed blade from Spyderco. Oh my. Looks like a rather large fixed blade from Spyderco. I think by way of Taichung. This is the Spyderco Sustain. Again, look at the quality of that sheath. Just nicely done. Oh my, oh my. What do you think? Field knife, survival knife, designed by some dude named Ackerman. Blade steel is going to be CPM 20 CV. Very, very interesting knife. 6 3/8 inches of 20 CV, just an 1/8 inch thick. You think that might penetrate? I think it might. You think you could use it to prepare food? I think you could. You've got a very shaman-like black G10 handle, right? Sort of satin finished. Lots of real estate. You can even sneak up on it without endangering your index finger. You can pinch it. Very cool, very cool. The handle 5 1/8. I mean, it's just a cool, cool package. Very functional knife. Brand new in the box. MAP pricing on this knife is $217. This one can be yours shipped priority mail, $160 like it is. $195 you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That is the Spyderco Sustain. Next up, it's another fixed blade Spidey. You don't need to buy this, you guys. You really don't, because it's the Spyderco K11S kitchen knife, and you really don't need to buy it. I'm going to let you, but you really don't need to. Look at that, would you? This, guys, is for me, this would be a dedicated tomato slicer. VG10 steel. 5 13/16 inches of blade. 90 thousandths stock. Handle, black Corian. It's that solid all the way through countertop material. You're not going to hurt it. That's the grip for this knife, the pinch, right? It's just a tomato slicing machine. And the way the serrations are oriented, it's a left-handed tomato slicing machine. I think Heidi needs this knife in her kitchen. I don't know. Anyway, it is like new in the box. Price on these $80. Map pricing at your favorite retailer. That's minimum advertised pricing. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail. 60. No need to sharpen a spider edge when it's brand new. They do it better than we do it. Okay, so 60 bucks on the Spyderco K11S kitchen knife. Next up, knives I've never seen. The first of which, and these are going to come like new, no box. The first one from, I don't know how you say it, Jx6 from Maniago, Italy. We've got some 12C27 blade steel on the 7 3/8 inch chef's knife blade, 1/8 inch stock, beautiful distal taper, full flat ground, Ziracote wood handle. So the 7 3/8 blade, 5 3/8 handle. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I don't know why you'd ever be back here, but if you wanted to. But this grip, oh my. That's nice, guys. Can't even get it in the frame. Super well made, great stainless steel for kitchen use. Takes a great edge, 12C27, and easy to resharpen. Not going to wear the longest, but so easy to resharpen. You'd know this by its other name, AEBL, which that gives it some kitchen cred. Like new, no box. There's one European website I saw that has these, and they sell them in euros, which is 75 bucks. Okay, plus who knows how much it costs to ship a knife that long here. This one can be yours, 60 like it is, 60 like it is, 90 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That is the Jx6 906 ZW Chef. The 906 ZW Chef. I'm going to keep the knife out actually because the other one is a 904 ZW, and that's the next knife. And I just want you to look at the difference in profile. So the 906, the 904, almost the same length, 7 3/8, 7 inches. So the 906 is what we just saw. And the 904 is this one. So the Jx6 904 ZW, 12C27 blade steel, 7 inch blade, 5 3/8 inch handle of Ziracote, solid, not laminated, 1/8 inch stock, full flat ground, the same grip as the 906, like new, no box. There's one European website that carries these. They sell them in euros, which equates to $75 US, plus who knows what it costs to ship them here. This one can be yours, shipped in the US, priority mail, all in, 60 bucks, and then 90 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the Jx6 904 ZW Chef's Knife. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another knife sale on the ApostleP channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking.